Chapter 6. The contracts written before birth. Some encounters felt heavier than others. Ayana began to notice it clearly. Certain people stirred emotions far stronger than the moment required. A stranger's words could echo for days. A brief argument could reopen wounds she didn't remember receiving. Even kindness sometimes brought tears she couldn't explain. One evening, overwhelmed, she returned to the lake. The water was still, reflecting the moon like a perfect mirror. "Why does it hurt if I'm awakening?" she whispered. The surface rippled. Kai appeared beside her, not in physical form, but as presence, calm and familiar. "Because awakening does not erase contracts," he said. "It reveals them." She looked at him, confused. "Contracts?" "Soul contracts," Kai replied. "Agreements made before birth. Every significant connection you experience was chosen not to comfort you, but to shape you." Images unfolded around them like moving water. Ayana saw herself before this life, surrounded by light, choosing challenges deliberately, choosing certain souls to play difficult roles, choosing moments of abandonment, misunderstanding, even pain. "They agreed to hurt me?"
she asked softly.
"They agreed to awaken you," Kai corrected. "Pain is not punishment. It is friction, and friction creates clarity." Ayana felt something release inside her chest. "So the ones who triggered me," she began, "were mirrors?" Kai finished. "Showing you where healing was needed, showing you where love had not yet reached." She understood now why some people left her life suddenly, without closure. Their contract had ended, others lingered longer, repeating the same lessons until she learned to respond differently. "The contract dissolves when the lesson is integrated," Kai said. "Not when the other person changes, but when you do." The next day, Ayana tested this truth. When someone criticized her, she felt the familiar sting, but instead of defending herself, she breathed and observed. The pain faded quickly, like a wave that never reached shore. Something inside her shifted. Later, alone, she wrote. They were never enemies. They were teachers wearing difficult masks. Far beneath awareness, the Shadow Queen tightened her grip on illusion. Her power relied on blame, victimhood, and unconscious repetition. "She sees through the contracts," the Queen hissed. "Soon, she will no longer feed the cycle." Ayana stood stronger now, not hardened, but clear. She no longer feared difficult connections. She recognized them as invitations to mastery. As she gazed into the lake, the water reflected not just her face, but light behind her eyes. She smiled softly. Nothing had been wasted, no pain meaningless, no soul misplaced. The awakening was not gentle, but it was precise, and she was ready for what came next. Chapter 7. Sacred union is not what humans think. Ayana no longer searched for completion. That realization came quietly one morning. As she watched sunlight ripple across the lake, there was no longing in her chest, no ache waiting to be filled. Instead, there was presence, whole, steady, alive. That was when she felt him again. Kai did not appear immediately. His presence arrived first, a warmth spreading through her spine, a gentle pressure at the center of her chest. Not desire, not need, recognition. "You are integrating," his voice echoed within. Ayana smiled softly. "I don't feel empty anymore." "That is why union becomes possible," Kai replied. "Sacred union is not two halves meeting. It is two completed beings choosing resonance." Images unfolded between them. She saw human love as it often existed, attachment born from fear, possession mistaken for devotion, longing confused with destiny. She saw souls clinging to each other to escape loneliness, calling it love. "That is not union," Kai said. "That is survival." The scene shifted. Ayana saw two flames standing apart, whole on their own, neither leaning nor reaching. When they moved closer, their light intensified, not merged, not diminished. "This is sacred union," Kai continued. Two sovereign souls amplifying truth together. Ayana felt the difference clearly. Her connection with Kai was not pulling her toward him. It was expanding her outward. It did not distract her from her purpose, it sharpened it. But why does it feel so intense? She asked. Stronger than anything human? Because it activates remembrance, Kai answered. Sacred unions are catalysts. They awaken dormant codes within the soul. That is why the world fears them. Ayana understood now why such connections were rare and often disrupted. Why systems built on control discouraged depth, intuition, and inner sovereignty. The Shadow Queen fears union, Kai said quietly. Because united souls do not obey illusions. That night, Ayana stood before her mirror again, but this time, she did not search her reflection for flaws or answers. She bowed slightly, honoring herself. She felt Kai beside her, not physically, but fully. We are not meant to escape the world, she said. We are meant to change how it remembers itself. Kai's presence wrapped around her like calm ocean depth. Yes, he said. And that begins with those who remember union within themselves first. Far beyond the veil, the Shadow Queen felt the shift. This was no longer just awakening. This was alignment, and alignment could not be manipulated. Ayana stepped away from the mirror, heart steady, eyes clear. She was no longer waiting for love. She was love in motion. Chapter 8. The Loneliness of Remembering. Loneliness returned, but it felt different now. It was no longer the sharp ache Ayana once carried, the one born from rejection or misunderstanding. This loneliness was quiet, spacious, almost sacred. It arrived when she sat among people, yet felt unseen. When conversations floated around her without touching anything real inside. She used to think something was wrong with her. Now, she knew better. Awakened souls do not feel lonely because they lack connection. They feel lonely because they perceive through illusion. They sense the distance between who people are and who they pretend to be. One evening, as Ayana walked alone beneath a sky heavy with stars, Kai's presence returned. You are feeling the space between worlds, he said softly. I feel like I don't belong anywhere, she admitted. Not fully. That is because you no longer belong to unconscious identity, Kai replied, and you have not yet fully anchored remembrance into the human world. He showed her images, souls awakening throughout history, often isolated, misunderstood, or silenced. Not because they were wrong, but because they reflected truth too clearly. Loneliness is not punishment, Kai continued. It is the space created when illusion collapses. Ayana felt tears rise, not from sadness, but from relief. So I'm not broken, she whispered. No, he said gently. You are between skins. She understood then why old friendships faded, why shallow conversations exhausted her, why pretending felt impossible now. False identities were dissolving. Roles she once played for acceptance no longer fit. That night, she stood before the lake and looked into her reflection. For a moment, her face flickered. Human, mermaid, light, shadow, all layered together. There's no separation, the water whispered back. Only forgetting. Ayana closed her eyes and breathed. She felt the truth settle fully. She was not alone. She was early. Far away, the Shadow Queen sensed the shift again. Loneliness was one of her oldest tools, convincing awakened souls they were isolated, different, abandoned. But Ayana no longer mistook solitude for abandonment. She saw it clearly now. The world was not empty. It was waking, and she was learning how to walk gently between worlds, carrying remembrance without forcing it, holding truth without weaponizing it. As she turned away from the lake, something within her solidified. She no longer needed to belong. She remembered. Chapter 9. When illusion begins to fracture. The world did not collapse all at once. It cracked quietly. Ayana began to notice it in small moments, a pause before reacting, a question forming where certainty once lived. A strange exhaustion spreading through systems that thrived on fear. People seemed more agitated lately, more defensive, as if something unseen was pressing against the walls of their reality. Illusion resists when it senses exposure. One afternoon, Ayana felt it sharply. A wave of anxiety moved through a crowded street without cause. Conversations turned tense. Faces hardened. The air felt heavy, distorted. Kai's presence emerged beside her awareness like a deep current, beneath rough water. "She is reaching," he said. "The Shadow Queen?" Ayana asked inwardly. Yes, when illusion weakens, it tightens. Fear is her final language. Ayana understood then fear wasn't random. It was reactive, a signal that truth was approaching places unprepared to receive it. That night, Ayana dreamed of a vast mirror stretching across the sky. Cracks spread through its surface, leaking light. From behind it, a presence watched, not monstrous, not loud, but cold and precise. The Shadow Queen did not roar. She whispered. "Return to forgetting," the voice echoed. "Remembering is painful. Separation is safer." Ayana stood still in the dream, heart steady. "For whom?" she asked. The silence that followed was answer enough. She woke with clarity burning behind her eyes. The choice had arrived. Not between good and evil, but between comfort and truth. Over the next days, people around her reacted strongly to her presence. Some were drawn closer, seeking calm without understanding why. Others grew distant, irritated, even hostile. Kai's voice returned gently. When illusion collapses, it looks like chaos before clarity. Ayana stopped trying to explain herself. She stopped shrinking to ease others' discomfort. Instead, she anchored, breathing, observing, choosing alignment over reaction. Each time she chose presence over fear, the distortion weakened. Far beyond perception, the Shadow Queen felt it, a disruption she could not command. Ayana was no longer feeding the cycle of unconscious reaction. "She sees," the Queen murmured, "and she chooses." Standing once more by the lake, Ayana felt the world trembling, not breaking, but shifting. The surface rippled gently, reflecting both stars and darkness. She understood now. Awakening was not about fighting illusion. It was about no longer participating in it. Ayana placed her hand over her heart and whispered the choice aloud. Not as defiance, but as devotion. "I choose truth." The water stilled. The crack widened. And for the first time, the Shadow Queen felt something unfamiliar. Not fear. Resistance. Chapter 10. The Weight of Conscious Creation. Awakening brought power, but not the kind Ayana once imagined. It was not dramatic. It did not feel like control. Instead, it arrived as responsibility. She noticed it the moment she stopped reacting unconsciously. Every thought now carried weight. Every intention rippled outward. The world no longer felt like something happening to her. It felt like something responding with her. Kai's presence returned one evening as she sat in stillness. "You are crossing a threshold," he said. "Many awaken to truth. Few accept what comes after, and what comes after?" Ayana asked. "Conscious creation," he replied. "The moment you realize you are always influencing the field, whether we're aware or not." Images flowed between them. Ayana saw thoughts becoming emotional climates, emotions becoming decisions, decisions shaping entire lives. Humanity was not powerless, it was unconscious. "When you awaken," Kai continued, "you no longer create accidentally. You create deliberately, or you suffer the consequences of neglect." Ayana felt the weight of it settle in her chest. "So, I can't hide anymore," she said quietly. "No," Kai answered gently. "Not from yourself." She understood now why some awakened souls retreated from the world, why others burned out trying to save everyone. Conscious creation required balance, presence without control, compassion without attachment. The true confrontation was not with the Shadow Queen. It was with the desire to escape responsibility. That night, Ayana dreamed she stood before a door made of light. On one side was peace without involvement, retreat, silence, separation. On the other was engagement, humanity, chaos, beauty, pain. No voice told her which to choose. She stepped forward anyway. When she woke, her decision was clear. She would remain human, not to fix the world, but to anchor remembrance within it, far beyond perception, the Shadow Queen observed. She did not fear Ayana's power. She feared her clarity. Power could be corrupted. Clarity could not. Ayana stood by the lake at dawn, sunlight breaking across the surface. She placed her hand over her heart, grounding herself into breath, body, presence. "I am responsible," she whispered, "and I am willing." The water responded, calm, receptive, alive. The awakening had moved beyond insight. It had become embodiment. And the world, whether ready or not, would feel the difference.